Welcome to the HnD podcast. This is the podcast where we talk about bullshit and nothing but bullshit.
Where we get high and drunk.
Definitely. I'm Gail. I'm getting high because I don't like the taste of alcohol.
I'm Riley, and I'm getting drunk because I can't smoke because I'm in the army.
The first topic of the day is porn blowjobs.
Porn blowjobs.
Mainly what I'm talking about here is, you know in a porno when the girl starts blowing a dude and she like sucks the tip and you're like, yeah, and she like starts just blowing him off as she's sucking and it's like, yeah, and then finally it's like she starts deep throating and she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. There are times where I'm high and I'm jacking off the porn and that happens. I'm like, I'm gonna find a different video now. What about you?
No, what I hate is I don't mind the blowjob. I usually skip over it.
Mm-hmm.
But the part that I hate is the part where the dude's like, oh yeah. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up.
I hate when they add cringy, like, I like watching homemade porn because it has, like, authentic audio. And then, like, the pornos are just like, oh my god, yes, son, you feel so good. It's like, yeah, Bob, you feel pretty good, too. It's like, it's like, shut up, this is not how people talk.
So, actually the other day,
mm-hmm.
I went to this little, like, comedy show.
Uh-huh.
And this, like, chick came on,
mm-hmm.
and she immediately, it was actually, like, downtown.
Yeah.
And she immediately started talking fucking about, like periods.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, get the fuck out, bitch!
Like, how'd she start it?
Like, hey, women, you know when you get a little bit bloody down there? I was like, bro, shut the fuck up. No one wants to hear your Amy Schumer bullshit.
It's like the free bleeders kind of thing.
Free bleeders. I'm a free bleeder.
I free bleed all over the subways in New York City.
I'm gonna kill this beer.
Alright.
Hitting it hard.
Subject 2, if you want to talk about it, if you want to continue, is about Frankenhole.
Oh my god.
A show I showed you recently.
It is an Adult Swim original that didn't really last for that long. I don't even know, like, when it was on.
It was on, like, I think it started, like, between 2004 to 2015. It only lasted 2 seasons.
I used to watch, like, Adult Swim, like, all night.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, like, remember this show, like, at all.
Yeah. I remember what it was. This has to do with the second thing, but I was surfing through there because they have every show except 2, and we'll get on to one of them in a minute. And I found one that it was like, it just had the 2 characters on it. I'm like, okay, you've caught my attention. I'll click on this. And I clicked on it, and I watched the Hitler episode, and I thought, okay, this show is kind of genius. And then I started watching the rest of it, and I'm like, okay, this show is awesome.
Yeah, it's like
the concept of it is...
Oh, sorry. No, let me finish, asshole.
Go ahead.
So it's kind of like... Do you remember Cartoon Network? Do you remember watching it, like, in the morning before school?
Yeah.
Remember how they played those shows that, like, no one knew about in the morning?
It was just more like their B-quality stuff.
They had this weird-ass show. I can't remember, like, any of the characters'
Describe it.
So there was, like, a bunny character, and they rode on, like, turtles to get to places.
Yeah. Sorry, we had a little bit of a break-in by Riley's girlfriend. So you were talking about, like, it was a cartoon on Cartoon Network early in the day, and it was, like, bunny people riding on turtles.
Okay. So they lived in, like, this base. It was, like, a big turtle shell in, like, the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
It was, like, a good kind of animation, so it was very, very unique.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, when they went places, they were on, like, little turtle shells. And it was just so fucking weird. And this one guy, his weapon was like a bow staff, but it also shot out like little paper fucking needles.
Yeah.
It was super weird.
I want to know what this is because I have a vague memory of something like this.
And...
Cartoon Network.
It was just so odd. And
bunny
I really... It wasn't... there was a single character that was a bunny. It's not a fucking bunny cartoon. Just like a like Cartoon Network show where they rode on fucking turtles. Or some shit.
I don't know if I have your internet password. Was it this one?
Mrs. Obama, I'm gonna say the N-word. No.
That's what I was thinking of.
No, it's not that. It's not. Please don't ever... I hated that show.
Really?
That show's fucking weird. That show's for libtards who have accidents in their pants.
I don't think...
In, like, the 8th grade.
I'll probably search it up and find it later.
So... Another bullshit topic. I almost got suspended the other day.
Really?
Yes. So...
I want to talk about that.
This kid gets yelled at by our science teacher. He went in the corner and cried.
You told me this.
Yes, and so I took a picture of him and posted it on my Snapchat story, and it said, bruh, we're about to start our freshman year of college because I start college in like a month or two.
Oh shit, you're going to college?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get free college.
Oh
so
shit.
It's just like, and I went, bro, we're about to be in college because I'm in like a pre-college class right now because I graduate in like a week from high school, and it was like, bro, we're about to start college. Come the fuck on.
And you got almost suspended for that.
His sister reported me because I have her on Snapchat.
Oh.
She's like, he's sensitive. I was like, he's a bitch.
All right. So the next topic was, did I tell you about what the American soldiers did to the Vietnamese in Vietnam War?
Where they like use like the ants and shit?
No.
Like,
well, there's that. Let's start with that one first. So, like.
Yeah, you told me about this like 2 years ago.
They basically really
I don't remember much
it was in Vietnam. Basically, I think it was at Guantanamo Bay or something. But they did this on mainly Muslim people. So what they would do is they would strap this guy to a chair and blindfold him and gag him, and then they take grains of rice and they throw them on him, and he's like, "We're throwing fire ants on you, motherfucker!" And he's like freaking out because he thinks there's fire ants on him, and they do this to him repeatedly, and then. Like after I think like maybe this was back when the Iraq War was happening, but when the war was over and they were being
the Iraq War is still happening.
I mean, well, they like stopped something big, so they were releasing people, and basically I think they released this one POW, and they like dropped one fire ant on him, and the dude literally grabbed a gun from a soldier and shot him because he was thinking he was gonna he's been dealing with fire ants psychologically for the past couple months. But what I was talking about was basically in the Vietnam War, the Vietnamese believed that if you are not buried in the ground and put to rest, then you will roam the world, wondering where you are, and you're lost for all eternity. So the Americans found out about this, and they took Vietnamese POWs and strapped them down and made them record lines of saying "Where am I? What happened? Who's there?" and blast this into the jungles of Vietnam at all these Viet Cong and North Vietnamese soldiers, just hearing their lost comrades around them, and I can't believe what it was like back then in that situation.
Well, what? Remember when we used to talk about if we could go back to one place in time and live there, but when we died there, we'd come back to this the day that we went back. We talked about Vietnam.
Yeah, because me and you noticed that World War II was kind of it was a different era compared to the late 50s to 60s to 70s, where drugs becoming more popular and music was changing, culture was changing. So when we watched, and we didn't learn about this in high school because we technically lost the Vietnam War. Not trying to get all tinfoil hatty.
Technically, we fucking lost. I'm in the army and I'll admit that shit.
So, we didn't learn about it. And when I look back on it, it's they're playing Jimi Hendrix, and I'm associating this war with shit that I like.
Quick thing.
Go ahead.
You know Jimi Hendrix before
slits in his forehead.
He'd slit his forehead open,
and he would
soak his headband in acid.
Yeah.
And because it gets in your bloodstream, and he'd put the headband on before concerts.
Yeah.
And people were like, Jimi Hendrix is such a mellow soul. I was like, might have been on
dude, if you were having fucking acid leaking into your bloodline, you're probably gonna be pretty chill. So yeah, but I have a new theory about that. So I keep on having these thoughts of me and you and another third person. I don't know if it's one of your friends or it's someone of mine, but basically it's I listen to the Fear and Loathing soundtrack, and that was made back in the 90s. And I'm picturing us going from state to state selling coke and taking ecstasy and going to nightclubs in the 90s.
That would be so cool.
I know, and so here's my thing.
Well, here's the funny thing. It's I can't say this.
What?
I'm just going to whisper it to you. I feel bad for the viewers.
Okay, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to react afterward.
My recruiter told me.
Oh, shit. That wasn't really as serious as what I was expecting, but I'm sure that your army recruiter wouldn't want to have that known. Fuck, what was I going to say? Fuck, I had something I was going to say.
Michelle Obama. I'm going to say the N-word. Thank you, Skipper, for stopping racism. Not if I have anything to say about it. I'm going to say the N-word. Mr. Obama, get down! Nigga!
Okay, so,
I fucking love that video.
I'll have to watch it later.
It's fucking penguins.
Here's what I was going to say. So, have you ever had a song? But this happens for me especially when you listen to a song 1,000 times over, and then someone does a cover of that song and they add shit to it.
I'm trying to think of some. Jake Paul.
Jake, wait, what did he do?
I have no idea. Just wanted to say his name.
All right. So there's a lot of. I could probably show examples.
Go to topics. Let's get back on topics.
Well, that was what I was talking about.
On the N-word.
Happy birthday, Jack. Picture. I think I have that in here.
No, go to topics.
I know. This is one of the things in the topics.
To know how the N-word is a bad word. You shouldn't say it because Michelle Obama will have a mini aneurysm.
Wait, what the fuck was it? It was a picture.
My butthole.
No. It was a happy Halloween.
Dude, you ripped your knuckle the fuck open. It
Oh,
would help
dude.
if it wasn't so crusty.
So what happened was I was putting a box of like frozen meat into a freezer immersion, and as I was dragging my hand back, the piece of metal, like a sharp edge on the inside of the freezer, cut open my finger.
That is gnarly.
I think I got a hairline fracture on my ring finger because my dad dropped a log on it.
Your dad is a great man.
Oh, this is kind of a little thing since it's the first episode.
Wait, look at my little flask. I ordered it's like straight from Mexico.
Wait, is the lips?
Yeah.
Dude, I saw that before. It's sweet.
Yeah, it was filled up with like tequila. Like I got it like shipped from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not shipped. So my friend Crystal, who used to actually be my old manager, but she's barely like a year older than me.
Yeah.
Her sister, so hot. She's like.
I feel bad for the viewers that they can't see your facial expressions. Like so hot.
She used to live in Mexico, and she went there, and I was like, "Will you get me some?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll get you a fucking like authentic flask with tequila in it, like Mexican tequila."
Yeah.
Took her like a month to get back.
Mm-hmm.
She bought it like the first day she was there.
Whew.
The tequila like developed like some gross shit in it, and so like a week ago, I'm like, "Oh, I'm finally gonna drink that bomb ass like tequila from Mexico."
No.
And so I chug it.
Mm-hmm.
Worst mistake ever. There was like brown like crumbs in it, and it was just nasty. Like I spit like all the crumbs up, and I started like gagging. I looked like a bitch while I was doing it, but it was like you would have understood if you were the one drinking it.
Yeah.
Like, when you drink alcohol, you don't expect like fucking shit to get in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's
a
liquid, not a solid.
And I'm sure not with tequila, but I'm thinking like shots. It's where you want to get it down as quick as possible.
Well, it's depending on the shot, in my opinion.
How so?
Like shots of vodka. Oh, I fucking love vodka. Vodka gets down super easily. It's a chemical-based drink.
Yeah.
But it's not flavored in any way. There's no flavoring added. So it's like, it's not like rum.
Huh.
Like, here's a little story. Here's a quick little story.
Okay.
When I got back from basic, for all you guys that don't know, basic training is, if you're in the military of any kind, it's like 4 months of training that it's kind of like where drill sergeants are. It's where drill sergeants were meant to be. It's the first 4 months of training it's the basic knowledge of being a soldier.
I'm gonna go get some water. You continue telling this story.
Okay, so I'll tell like the real story when you get back.
Yeah.
So basic training, there's water in the bathroom. Basic training is the 4 months that you learn to be a soldier. You fire guns, you go through it's boot camp. When people say boot camp, it's boot camp. That's all that it is. It's complete boot camp. It's drill sergeant screaming at you constantly. You're doing push-ups, going on runs, working out every morning, waking up at 2 a.m, experiencing like mental breakdown. Like my first 2 weeks there, it was a total mental game. It was a complete mental game. Like I couldn't handle like anything that drill sergeant said. I get mad. I wouldn't say anything because it's like you have to stand there in parade rest and say yes, drill sergeant. But if the drill sergeant's like, what are you, fucking stupid? Are you a fucking dumbass private? And you're just like, screw you. Oh, you're so fucked. You just fucked yourself over for like the next 6 days. All the drill sergeants are going to know you talked back. They're going to make fun of you. It's a total mental game. But then after that, it's just working out. And like I gained like nearly 27 pounds of weight. And like, Gail, you can definitely see how much I gained.
Oh, definitely.
Like
before you were like a bit of a skeleton, not skeleton, but like you were a skinny skateboard kid. And now you're kind of built.
I'm definitely built.
Yeah.
But like...
quick question. Do you think I've been losing weight?
Yeah, you actually do look like
I feel like my double chin sometimes. Like, oh, it's going back into my neck.
It was a 9 chin.
I know.
And now it's like a 1 chin.
Yeah.
Like, look at it. Like, I definitely didn't have like...
Well,
I couldn't do that or...
I'm more like seeing your... Like, you kind of look... When you're like just sitting there, like relaxed, you look normal. But then when you definitely flex, you can see it. You look different, definitely.
And it was definitely like a big trauma thing.
Yeah.
But like my first 2 weeks, they were crazy. It was like, you don't get a single phone call the whole time you're there. You can't do anything. So my first 2 weeks there, it was like, I cried. I'm not gonna lie. I cried like my first three days there.
Well, that's fine.
I sent whenever I would write a letter. My mom said that she could see the teardrop marks on the paper.
Dude.
And then it made her cry to know that I missed her so much.
That breaks my heart.
And like Gwen, whenever I would write Gwen, like, yeah, sometimes like dudes definitely like I've been in this relationship for it's gonna be a year.
Yeah.
In like a few weeks. And so I've been in this relationship for a while. Definitely not the longest relationship I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the fact that I love this girl to death. And so it's like it was so hard writing her. I would like you definitely take like relationships for like granted.
Yeah.
And it's just you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, she pisses me off, or like.
But and the thing is that you get used to the like stuff you pisses off, and you start missing her for the good shit.
You start missing her for everything. Like I would write her letters, like 3 pages of me just telling her how much I love her.
Yeah. And
it's so hard for me to still talk about that.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy, like, to think about that. And it's just crazy to think about that, like, the shit that I went through. And now it's like, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to cry when I have to go to AIT training this summer, which it's only 7 weeks, but deep down, I know it's going to happen.
Wait, when is it?
It's, I go in June.
Okay.
And then I get back earlier.
Okay, nice.
And then I don't ever have to go to training ever again, like a training thing, because I'm a full-on soldier.
And you're a senior now.
Yeah, but I graduate, like, super early.
How old early?
How early? Like a few weeks. Maybe a week.
That's not too bad. Dude, we'll probably get into that, too.
How you almost didn't graduate high school?
Well, that and, like, how...
I remember, because you're 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
Oh, to classify this means...
I'm 19.
I'm 17. And we're brothers.
Dude.
Best friends.
Literally, when I said before this, the question I was going to go into was, what was our life like before we met each other?
Oh, I was such an asshole.
When I was like saying, let's talk about this before, and you're like, dude, that's tequila, and I'm like, all right, we're going with this thing.
We can get into that.
Yeah.
I was such a dick to you. I was so rude, and now it's like, you even you and your dad tell me, like, oh, you've changed so much.
Oh, fuck yeah. When I first met you, how me and Riley first met was like, I was like 16, he was fucking 14. 14.
My birthday's before yours.
I know that. And so, basically, my little brother Lauren, who's a year younger than me.
Who I was friends with before Gail.
Yeah, and then so he said, hey Mom, can we play ball in the garage? And he's like, Gail, come out and check these guys out. And it was you and Brayden.
Me and Brayden, yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking.
We are still friends with.
And yeah. He's a sweetheart. And so, I'll tell you about that in a second. So me and Riley and Brayden and Lauren played for a while. And then, Riley got sectioned off with me, and we started talking for a little bit.
Smash Bros.
Yeah, we talked about Smash Bros. And then I remember it was like you came over and you asked me, it's like, yo, there's someone at the door for you. I'm like, what? And then it was you, and I'm like, oh, cool. And we started watching, we watched Brock Baker. Like, it was the parody of Black Horse by Katy Perry.
We were so young, so that shit was funny.
Yeah.
Brock Baker, yeah, I think that's his name.
It sounds like his name. Anyway, we bonded over that, and then we played Smash Bros together, and we went back and forth like that. And it was got to the point where I was like, when I got off from high school, I went over and it's like, excuse me, Riley's bub, is Riley home? And your mom was like, no. And she's
That's not how my mom sounds.
I know. I'm so sorry.
I wasn't home, to be fair.
I know you were at the skate park because you probably didn't know I was coming over. And then when you did come home, did you come over to my house or that was around the time I had my phone.
I've just thought of it the second I did that. I scratched my nuts and smelled my fingers. Like every guy fucking does that. And then if a girl's like, did you just do that? It's like, no.
And Riley, I was playing it off because no one could see that. I'm like, yeah, and you give me the look, and I'm like,
it's because I don't even, it's like a habit at this point. I don't always do it, but it's if I'm alone, I'll scratch my nuts and look around me. Oh.
And the thing is that we do that because it's kind of we're jostling it down there, and then it's kind of it's like a gorilla curious, ooh, that kind of thing. Yeah, we both heard that.
Did you just?
No, I cracked the chair.
I know.
Oh fuck, really?
What did you do to the chair?
That like section. We're gonna take a break to find a better chair because I'm breaking this shit in half. We'll be right back. Have fun. So we're back. I've got a new chair. I loaded a bit of a bowl. Riley smoked a little bit more. No, smoke. Drank some more, and so we're back. So to conclude that little subject, men sniff their balls, women don't understand, and it's kind of like a caveman instinct. The next subject is
Oh, it's just like when chicks like they stick their hands in their bra to keep their hands warm. It's like an instinct.
Yeah.
We should,
Or like put stuff in their bra.
but we should definitely find out what that Cartoon Network show is called. Let me see.
Well, hold on. So Life Before Us.
Let me see.
So Life Before Us, real quick.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, we met, then we were friends for a while. It was like it was that summer that like, I like showed Riley that you can enter the Costco through the exit and you can go to the food court.
Yeah.
And so pretty much all that summer we would always scrounge up $3 each day and we'd go to Costco. Somehow.
Like the sketchiest ways possible. Like walk up to a homeless guy like, hey dog, I'll give you a fucking blowjob if you fucking let me take like $3 and change to go to Costco and get a hot dog. Will you get me something? You're getting a blowjob. Just give me the $3.
There's no haggling here.
There is no haggling.
You get the blowjob and I get what I want.
It is not getting weed from a homeless guy. It is giving a blowjob to a homeless guy. There is no haggling. The only reason you can haggle is for the weed, but
yeah,
or the alcohol. I haggled for alcohol one time.
Okay, so, yeah, we go to Costco each day. A lot of stuff is going. Oh yeah, we used to live just down the street from each other. It was there.
Oh yeah, that's how we met.
It was like a 2-minute walk from Riley's house to my house.
Not even like one.
Yeah, it was really short, and so he'd come over all the time. There are times on snow days where we would communicate. Cause I got a phone in sophomore year, and we met when he was coming out of middle school.
Going into freshman year.
Yeah, and so oh yeah, yeah, I don't want to bring that up. And I had bad grades, and you were like, dude, how the fuck are you failing English? I'm like, shut up!
Yeah, I was like, how are you failing English? Like,
and then finally he got to high school and was like, dude, high school sucks, it's so much harder. And I'm like, yeah, bitch.
But guess who didn't get Fs? Actually, I had like 7 Fs like each year. I'm full of shit.
Yeah.
I am only graduating high school because of the Army, and they promised to give me 12 credits if I went through basic.
I don't think you're getting picked up on the mic. It's like short.
I'm not getting picked up on the mic?
If you might have to speak a little louder, because this is our speech.
I am definitely getting picked up on the mic.
Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, I was failing high school. Me and Riley. Riley had a.
Oh fuck.
What?
Do you want to go to the Breakfast Club tomorrow?
I don't have money, man.
I don't have that much either.
I would if I could. I think my tolerance has definitely gone up the past couple months. In a good way. I'm not coughing all the time.
I think I need stronger nicotine for my Juul, like a stronger nicotine pod.
What's the highest?
Like 6. You can get 6, but it's like an off-brand pod.
Huh.
This is 5.
Huh.
Which usually I'm fine with, but it's like it's just not hitting well, like at all.
Huh.
I need to kill this beer. It's like I'm barely halfway through it.
Dude, you drink some... I don't know what it's like to drink. I wonder what it's like to be drunk.
Oh God.
Careful. I was gonna make a joke. It's like, okay, we got a beer bucket, a puke bucket, a beer bucket, a puke bucket, and we'll make sure to label them so that we don't get them mixed up.
Funny story about that.
Oh shit.
It's like 2 weeks ago. Maybe the worst hangover I've ever had.
So, I gotta tell you a story in a minute about a hangover. Continue.
Okay, so I'm blacked out, so I don't like remember anything. Like I remember the night, but I was blacked out at the time. I didn't really realize what was going on.
Uh-huh.
And so I kind of, sort of, a little bit of puked into my beer. It was in a cup. Couldn't really see it that much because it just came out straight
Riley,
here.
please don't.
And I went to the bathroom, threw up twice, washed up my mouth, came back and took a sip from it.
Did you realize at the moment that...
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I totally
fuck.
forgot.
Oh, God.
I felt so disgusting afterwards.
When I was... I think this was, like, middle school. Like
My snake is looking at you.
Where? Oh, shit. He's probably noticing this thing.
I have a python, by the way. Like, a pretty big python.
What happened to your cat?
The cat's upstairs somewhere. I also got a cat recently.
Dude, your upstairs is VR heaven.
What do you mean?
Like, dude, so things that are, especially for tall people like me, like pretend I'm standing up, 6'4", and this happened. Oh, dude, I didn't tell you that because you were in basic training.
What?
So, Adam has VR, and
Oculus.
Yeah.
Or
he has a fucking what is it? It's the controller one.
the hands.
No. Yeah.
Little hand things.
Well, it's not the Oculus. It's a Vive. It's a Vive. He's a Vive. And so he invited me and Lauren over, and we smoked weed with him. I got pretty high, and I was playing VR. You know what's, dude? It is so cool to be high in VR. It's like you feel like you're there immediately.
Funny thing, me and Gwen first got together. We go to a Portland trip, just me and her. We go to the mall. You know the VR thing that you and me went on?
Yeah.
It was just like that, and we went on a roller coaster thing, and I was so baked. Dude, it was so sketchy. And that roller coaster made my stomach like a legit drop.
The fun part was...
The one that you and me did, at least.
What was I thinking of? Oh, yeah. Wait, no. What was I just talking about?
Fucking how my upstairs is like VR or something.
Oh, yeah. So, like, yeah, Adam has a Vive, and so we were over, and I was high, and I was playing on the Vive, and I held a little toy figure, and I passed it back and forth with my hands, and I was going to throw it up, and I, like, went up to throw like that, and I hit his light fixture. Really? And broke it and cut my finger, and, like, there was glass over the foil, and he's like, alright, that's enough VR for tonight. And then...
I love Adam.
So, your upstairs doesn't have any, like, ceiling, like, light fixtures, so there's that. It's wide open, so you can, like, move the couch. Even though, like, you know how your living room is kind of like an L shape?
By the way, I got the new Mario Party, if you want to play the new Mario Party.
Fuck yes.
Okay, we'll play it later tonight.
Alright. But backward. So, for my, I think, 13th or 12th birthday, the year Rango came out, me and my friend...
I was like 12.
So, I was like 14. So, me and my friend Colton Pocock, we were like recording it the whole time, so we watched the trailer. It's like, who exactly are you? And I'm like, the name's Rango. That's what I said! And we were going to go see it. So, my birthday was going to be, we were going to go to the movie and have a sleepover at my mom's house. The night
Is this the kid that, like, stopped being friends with you because you fucking, like... No, that was Adam's friend. He tried to watch Harry Potter at their house, and they were Mormons, so they kicked him out.
That was when I was young. Like, that was when I was living in Redmond young.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, they were hardcore Catholic, and him and this kid...
By the way, before you explain that, what he means by Redmond is we live in a city called Bend, and there's a town called Redmond about half an hour away from here.
If you want to look it up, it's in Deschutes County, Oregon. I call it the quintet towns, because it's supposed to be Redmond's the central hub. To the west is Prineville. To the east is Sisters. To the north is Madras, and to
Madras is fucking gross.
I know, and to the south is Bend.
And Bend being the biggest.
Bend is the biggest.
We're a city. The others are towns.
Yeah. Well, Redmond. Yeah.
Redmond is the second biggest.
So it goes Bend, Redmond, Madras, Prineville, Madras, and then Sisters. Because Sisters is more of a strip town. Like, you can drive through, and that's all that there is.
Depending on land, Sisters is bigger than Madras. Madras is tiny.
It is. It is literally like just the stop that you make before you go through the pass.
No, it's more the town that, like, when you're... Okay, Portland, if you want to look that up, too, is the biggest city in Oregon, and it's huge.
The one that everyone knows.
Portland is massive.
The one that everyone knows is Portland. When someone says Oregon, you think Portland.
But it's like... Madras is that town that you pass through, and you're like, who the fuck lives here?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that time where you're like, do people really live here? And I'm not trying to be racist. Like, I'm not racist in any way. Racist. Is a fucking... Madras is literally all Hispanics, Mexicans. That's it.
Yeah. Remember when the eclipse was gonna happen, and it was like, Madras is gonna be slammed.
Dude, so many people. Holy shit.
I'm sure people know about the Japanese people. Basically, the Japanese believe that if you have sex underneath the eclipsed sun, then like your kid will be born to be prosperous. So literally hundreds of Japanese people went to hotel rooms, and when the eclipse started happening, the people said that the building was shaking.
So many Japanese people. Will you plug my dual in? It is not hitting.
Mm.
Let me try to hit it one more time.
Okay.
Because it's been fucking weird.
Alright. Shit. No, that's just how your thing is. Alright. Where was I? Real quiet moment, I'm sorry.
It's good now.
Bend, Redmond. I forget where we were. The next thing on the list was the Portland trip. You want to talk about that?
The Portland trip?
Yeah, we went.
That was awesome.
Yeah. We went to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and it was rad. We got there, we went into the building. I went to the Pro Jared panel and got to ask him a question. The question I asked him, because in his videos he said that he has always played rogue or thief characters. And so I got to say what his second favorite class is. And he jokingly said Dungeon Master. And then proceeded to say like Paladin. And then I ran up and I got a copy of Hey Arnold Season 2 on DVD.
What else was he giving out?
I don't like just random stuff like he gets Atomic Dog by Warner Brothers Production, like just random shit like that.
Okay.
And so I actually got to like look him in the eye and shake his hand and say thank you, and he's like, yeah man. And I was like, oh, that was so cool. I got a shit ton of stuff there.
I got to meet Tamashi Hiroka.
Oh yeah, explain who that is because I still am foggy.
Tamashi Hiroka is like when YouTube first started.
Yeah.
She did Pokemon videos.
Yeah.
And she does it to this day, but it's just Pokemon, and like I was so obsessed with it because I used to be sponsored for the card game. Bro. I used to play the game competitively.
I have a picture of us. I have a picture of us on a snow day, and in the picture there's just a giant stack of Pokemon cards in a corner.
And it was just so great. She just used to be a YouTuber, and she was literally like my first online crush too. Like my first like model crush or like anything. It was her, and I got to meet her. Mm-hmm. She like walked by, and me and Lauren were like, I think I know who that is. And then we we weren't weird. We weren't gonna follow her, so we waited for her to like rotate around again, which is also really fucking weird.
Yeah.
And then she came around, and we were like, I went, are you a YouTuber?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yes I am. And I said, are you Tamashi Hiroka? And she said, yes I am. I got so giddy. I wanted to...
You probably felt how I felt when I went and saw PBG and the Completionist at the place before.
That pissed me off that you got to see PBG.
I'm sorry. I thought PBG was going to be there this year.
But it was so cool.
Yeah. I got a bunch of prints. Dude, oh fuck, I should have written down the names of them.
Did you know... What's his fucking... I can't remember his name, but they're making a Prince movie.
Like Prince, like the
singer.
Yeah.
Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Fucking... Oh, I get to see Bohemian Rhapsody tomorrow.
Oh man, I wish I had the money. I would go see it with you. That'd be rad. All right, so so we got to go. We finished at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. I got a bunch of merch. We were with my dad, my little brother, my youngest brother, and my baby sister, born Godfrey and Elwyn. So yeah,
she's turning 5 soon.
Yeah, this year, like 2 months.
She was definitely alive then.
Yeah. So Elwyn, yeah, she's like been a big part of my life. Wow. I'm reminiscing.
That was so unexpected because your dad's kind of old.
He's 49 now. And I feel bad because he constantly is like, I'm getting old and I'm crotchety and stuff. And I'm like, you're not.
I was like...
But dude, you were kind of a new wave. It was like totally like the Dennis the Menace, Mr. Wilson kind of thing. It's like, Riley, what's that damn music you're playing? Oh, it's Suicide Boy. Fuck you. And just like really stuff that contrasted his musical taste a lot. And there were, and Godfrey was a little kid. Oh, a subject that I have. Do you feel like you inspire kids?
No, not in any way.
Well, I don't think he goes after Thrasher. Oh, shit, I should have brought your stuff that you left at my house.
What did I leave?
Your Huff jacket and your ski mask, dude.
Ski mask, the slump god.
Alright.
How is you feeling, bro? Feeling before I feel fantastic. which we need to be doing. Oh, just wait, because I'm gonna like less. Oh, the podcast is almost at 40 minutes. Let's kill it at 40.
What? I want to keep going, man.
Oh, dude, it's a podcast. It's our first podcast. We can't go forever.
Well, we're not gonna go forever. If it's I thought it was going into.
It's at 40. Cause I also want to do other stuff tonight. We can probably add on to it later. Take a little break. I want to show you something too, because it's really fucking funny.
All right, cool. So we should probably. I'll cut that out in post editing. Shows we despise. Oh yeah.
Shows we despise?
Yeah.
Oh God, so many.
I hate yeah.
Any new Nickelodeon show.
There's a link.
Any sitcom Nickelodeon show.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. It's like, wait, what's the fat dude's name who like made iCarly and like Jake and Josh and stuff?
Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider, the foot fetish designer.
Me and Tristan were listening to the old Filthy Frank songs on one of those Nickelodeon girls. He's like, Dan Schneider, where all my bitches at? And he made like a foot fetish joke in this song because the dude that plays Gibby was like, yeah, dude, he has a total foot fetish. And I love the guy that plays Gibby. I can't remember his name, but like, he's so funny. Like, he totally like brought into like the memes and shit.
Yeah.
And I love that video where he's like, yeah, I just want to get fucked in the ass while I play Overwatch.
Whoa.
I'll show you the video. It's so funny.
Okay, look it up while I'm thinking of something.
They were like, you know, you being off of iCarly, what do you like to do nowadays? He's like, yeah, I just like to be fucked in the ass while I play Overwatch.
Pull it up while I'm saying mine.
Well, we'll put them on the computer after this and we can just...
So, well, I want to kind of play them because I want to have this on the podcast. So, shows I desire. I hate a lot of, like, dude, I don't know if you'll hate me for saying this, but I don't like Brickleberry and Paradise PD.
You don't like Paradise PD?
Let me explain why. It's because... like there's a line between like being funny and then there's exploit comedy, and I don't like exploit comedy. Where literally it could be like the person could be like, I found Argyle meth in your bag, and then like the dog will say, oh man, you didn't see the dildos either, or the birth control, or the old fetuses. It's like they go for the like extra mile each time. It's almost like they're trying to kick your head in a little deeper into the joke. I guess I'm just trying. I'm not trying to sound sophisticated or anything.
It is.
I like getting plowed in my ass while I play Overwatch.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh my god. Alright. How about we do like a part 2 podcast? Like this is pilot part 2. Fuck, where'd my phone go?
Put the lost in your
No. Where the fuck
You're
did
getting
it?
awfully close to my crotch, my man.
No, I'm not. I'm dodging your left. How the fuck did it get all the way over here?
I have no idea.
It bounced like a mofo. Alright. Shows we despise. Yeah, Brickleberry.
I don't despise it. I like it.
What the fuck? Oh, that was okay. Here's the moment we're gonna close out part 1 on. Riley, this one is for you. Would you rather be in a be in a gay situation with one man of your choice? You can have gay sex with him, but it has to be like really passionate love sex between you and one man, or get a rusty trombone from your girlfriend.
What is a rusty trombone?
So it's when the girl eats out your ass and then proceeds to give you a hand job from behind.
I'd rather do the rusty trombone.
And that's what it is. Okay, we're gonna come back for part 2 in like maybe an hour or so. So
Let me start. Okay, so we're back.
Mm-hmm.
We took a break, like a good half-hour break to eat. Not really eat some chips.
We're finishing part 2.
I hung out with my mom and drank some more beer with her friends. But so here's a good story. I'll just start out with.
Yeah.
So I go to Joel and Ty's. It's my first ever hangover ever. You know, they never beer before liquor, never been sicker.
Yeah,
that's fucking true. Like fully fucking true.
Yeah.
Like I fucked myself over with that,
and
I didn't think it was true at first. And then so I have to walk home. Literally the most I've had like 6 hangovers since then.
Yeah.
The most hungover I've ever been. It's about a year and a half ago, and I had drank like 12 times before that. Never been hungover until this night. I'm walking home from my friend's Joel and Ty's house, which I still hang out with them. You've never really met them.
No.
They're super cool.
I'm sure.
They do like coke and acid all the time.
Dude, you need to give me some acid.
I will.
Okay.
I'll try. But so I'm with them, and they're like, "Oh, dude, my mom's at work, so she can't drive you home. They're both 19, by the way, like your age.
Yeah.
And they're like, they actually just moved here from Portland about 2 years ago, and I just met them at the skate park, and we're really, really good. They're like some of my super good friends now. Mm-hmm. But we hang out all the time. We're actually all sponsored by the same scooter company. That's actually how we met. And so I'm walking home. I stopped at Taco Bell. Had to force my food down, and I threw it up in the toilet.
Oh.
And so I stop at Safeway, which, by the way, if you guys don't live in Oregon or California or Washington,
We got Albertsons
and Safeway. Owned by the same people. It's just a grocery store, but it's like a super expensive grocery store. It's like nice. It's like Whole Foods.
No, not even close to Whole Foods.
Whole Foods is way more expensive.
Okay, it's like there's also Big Lots, which is like off. Like you'll find like discontinued products in Big Lots. Safeway is the medium place between Big Lots and Whole Foods.
Whole Foods is the food just got there.
Yeah.
Safeway is right in between. The Safeway is really, really nice. It's like hard to explain how like beautiful
it is. If you need
it
something, it'll be there.
It will be there. It's nice though. Like when you walk in, you're like, oh, this is a nice place.
Clean. It's beige and white. So
yeah,
it brings like warmth to you.
So I'm walking home. I stop at Safeway, get myself a Red Bull. I took a sip of Red Bull, threw up right outside of Safeway.
Oh god.
Like worst hangover I've ever had. Threw up right outside of Safeway.
Yeah.
And so this dude walks up to me looking like a frat dude. I told you about this before.
Yeah.
Super nice dude.
Yeah.
He goes, "Are you sick?" And I go, "Oh, I'm super hungover, to be honest." I didn't think, definitely didn't look like a snitch kind of guy.
Yeah.
I was like, because I was like 16 at the time. I was like, I'm super hungover. And
yeah.
He's just like, "I got you. I can give you a ride home."
Oh, what a dude.
And I live 3 miles from this Safeway.
Oh, goodness. Oh, wait, what Safeway was it? The one on 3rd Street or the one over by where I used to live?
Where you used to live.
Oh, fuck.
Super far.
Yeah.
So
I was picturing you over on the one in the Forum.
No, no. And so, like, I stopped, and then he's like, "Dude, I can drive you home." And I'm just like, oh, it's a little bit sketchy because this dude's allowed me to drive me home. And then I, like, look at, like, the way he's, like, dressed and the way he's, like, acting, and I'm like, oh, this dude's not creepy, like, at all.
Yeah.
And so I get in this, like, super nice, like, super WRX 2017.
Yeah.
Like, turbo boosted, playing, like shitty rap, but it's, like, a frat boy kind of rap.
Yeah.
But he's, like, just telling me stories about how hungover he's been. And then we stop at this gas station. I go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm going to get you Coke and water."
Oh.
I said my sister got it for me, but I don't know why I said that because she didn't. She got me a fucking McDonald's because I was hungry.
Okay.
And later in the day. So he walks and gets me a Coke and water, hands it to me. He says, "You need to drink the Coke and then chase it with water." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "That always helps me during a hangover." I do it every single time I have a hangover now. It works so well. And so he's just like, "Yeah, I've had hangovers worse than this." Like, he's like, I threw up like 3 days in a row after that.
Oh.
And he's like, "I got you, dude." He drives me home. And he gave me $3 for like food and shit later. And he's just like, "I'm sorry you're feeling like shit, bro. I got you. I've been where you are." I was like, "You're so nice, dude."
Yeah.
Like,
restores your faith in humanity.
Yeah, restored my faith in humanity. He went out of his way to help me.
Yeah.
When I felt like shit. Like I was ready to fucking walk home.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "No, dude, I got you. I got you." It was so nice. Mm-hmm. And it made me feel so much better. Like, don't get me wrong, I threw up when I got home, but it's like, it just, like, at the time, I was like, oh, that fucking warms my heart that you'll do this for me.
Yeah.
Like, he's, like, twice my age.
Yeah.
Like, super nice guy.
He knows.
He knows what's going on.
So
why did I say twice my age? He's, like, barely... I talked to him on Snapchat because he added me. He's barely 4 years older than me.
Huh. He looks
such a nice guy.
Probably looked a bit older.
And then, like, a few weeks ago, he actually bought me alcohol.
Oof.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy. Just super cool.
So my hangover story was the year I was in middle school with my friend Colton Pocock and we wanted to go see Rango. And so...
Can you pause this? I really need to pee.
Well, can you hold on for 1 second?
No, dog, I'm going to piss my fucking pants.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, he's back.
I had to pee.
Yeah.
So bad.
So, middle school, wanted to see Rango. My mom, the day before my birthday, went out and got drunk and had a horrible hangover the next day, to the point where she was begging my dad, like, "Please take over Gil's birthday. I cannot do it today." My dad was basically broke. We went and saw
I'm really drunk right now. I will tell you that.
Okay. So
it's just Kay. You're a dick. I'm leaving this podcast forever. I'm going to pursue my dreams of being a traveling vocalist while still holding the world record for the most nut after nutting, like 20 seconds.
What's the record?
It's like 19.
Oh shit. Tell us some more about this.
I'm gonna travel the world. I'm gonna go to Georgia where I joined the army Fort Benning, Georgia Infantry School, and I'm gonna shoot some fucking like white people, and I'm gonna be like the total like white knight. Like I can't shoot black people.
Yeah.
I can't say the N-word, Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Like, and then I'm gonna die at the age of 102 from a coke overdose. Like
while nutting inside your prostitute.
No. While nutting inside of a cup. Like
Preserve
like
this
not
bullshit.
not like a nice cup. Like you know, like when you go to a hotel and they have like the cups wrapped up in like fucking plastic next to the coffee machine.
Yeah.
That kind of cup.
Oh man, what was I thinking of? Oh yeah, the 3 wishes question. If Genie were to ask you.
Oh wait. Explain the hangover thing.
What do you mean? Oh, so we went and saw Ringo. It was great, and then we had a sleepover afterwards, and it was an okay birthday. I was just gonna say my mom got so. My mom, you know her. She's not one to be.
Love your mom.
Yeah.
I have a very good relationship with your mom.
Good.
She was super excited to see me when we got back from Portland.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She probably wanted to see you because you've been in the army and she didn't know what you were gonna look like. Because you with short hair is a very big contrast for me.
I just noticed something. That's blue, and that's red.
Wow. Cool.
And then this is blue, and this is red, and this is red, and this is blue.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. What was the? Oh yeah. If a genie we're gonna give you 3 wishes, what would you have? I know mine already.
First one, infinite wishes.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even wish for any extra wishes.
No.
Okay, first one. Got him a win for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm. It only when it's like you say, oh, I wish for this, and the genie's like, are you sure? And you're like, you think it over, and you're like, yeah, I would like that. So it's like you have to give them like express written confirmation.
Second wish.
Yeah.
Ask for infinite money. Whenever I need it.
Okay.
Whenever I need money. Like, if I want this, I get the money for it.
Yeah.
Third wish. World peace and world hunger.
Okay.
Like, as one.
All right.
Like, just, the world is good.
Okay. So mine are the ability to travel through time, and how I do this is like, I say like really in specific like.
Would you share it with me?
Hold on, I'm getting to this. So, this ties into something what I said earlier.
Did you know that it's possible to travel in the future?
How?
They've proved it.
How?
My teacher was talking about it.
Let's just finish this.
Go ahead.
So, so travel through time, and how I do it is like I say, we'll say, New York City, blah, like, this road, this time, this date, and then, like, I teleport there. It stops time right now, and then we're in, New York in, like, 1973, or maybe even September 11th, 2001, and we look at the Twin Towers for one last time, and then we just teleport back to this exact second. The second thing is to get $1 from everyone in the world, including the currency. Now let me explain.
That is $8 billion.
I know. Now let me explain. You said you get it whenever you need it. I'm more thinking this is like a monkey's paw kind of thing. Like if you ask for money now, where's the money coming from? Is it coming from some poor sap who lives in Indiana? I'm thinking $1. It's like, oh, they like look at their bank account like, oh, I guess I was wrong. It wasn't a 3, it was a 2. It's like that. And then the third thing is to shapeshift. Oh, so let me explain. You know how I said before I've had like thoughts of me, you, and a third person in like Las Vegas in the 1990s selling coke and traveling around the world?
Yes.
That's how it would happen. I like hold your hand, and like the third person's hand. Las Vegas, 1993, time, place, and then we travel back in time. Excuse me, what year is it? Father, motherfucker, it's fucking 1995. We did it! Alright, tell me about how they've proven that you can travel in the future.
So, do you know about the wow signal?
Yes.
You actually do. Okay. So, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
That went from so far away.
Mm-hmm.
That took this many years to get here.
Mm-hmm.
Think about if you could go super speed through space and back.
Well,
Boom, boom. It's been like this many years to that many seconds. But it's been proven with mathematical formulas that it is possible to travel through time in that way. Fast forward. Like, I get there in 5 seconds, I get back in 5 seconds. It's been 10 years. But you can't you can't go back in time.
Yeah.
They haven't figured out a way. But they've proven that you can go through time. It's just very improbable.
But do you know the 3 rules of time travel?
Yeah, don't talk to yourself.
Okay, so for those who don't know, the 3 rules of time travel is 1, don't tamper with major events, so you can't go back and like stop Kennedy's assassination. Everything has to go as according to plan of what the world's timeline is. 2, you can't go back to a time where you were alive, or maybe even a place. I think you would be risking it. I wouldn't do it if it was that time. So I can't go back anywhere between March 9th, 1989 to present day. I have to stay in the timeline, which isn't that bad. I can go back to like 1993 and watch Rocko's Modern Life premiere on Nickelodeon. Fuck, where was I going with this? Oh, the 3rd one. Don't interact with your parents or any person of your bloodline. Which kind of might get hard depending on. But then again, it's not like it's going to massively thing. You can't just walk up like, hi, Dad, I know you're my age right now, but guess what? Name your kid after me.
Oh.
Yeah, you just thought of the paradox that I thought of.
No, I thought of the fucking episode of Supernatural where fucking... You ever seen Supernatural?
No.
You know who Sam and Dean are? 2 main characters?
I know that, yeah.
So, there's an episode where Dean goes back in time, and Dean got this car from his dad. Like, he has the whole show. It is a 1967 black 2-door Impala.
Huh.
And super nice car.
Yeah.
And he, it's like famous in the show because his dad gave it to him. And he goes back in time, and he goes to a car dealership, and he sees his dad picking 2 cars, either a van or the Impala, and he tells his dad to buy the Impala.
Oh. Yeah. That's a really good paradox.
Yeah. It's kind of like the naming your kid thing.
Yeah, I did that jokingly with my dad. I was like, "Hey, William, can you do me a big favor? What? Name your kid after me."
It's
and
so
I'm
weird that
thinking,
your dad's name is my middle name.
Yeah, I know. And so I was sitting there thinking about it. It's like, holy shit, that's really deep. It was great. We lost Wilco.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was like, I think it was like they were saying like, we might go with this one guy, and then one night, oh yeah, it was completely my fault.
It's your fault?
Let me explain. So the door that closest to Wilco, how we like bring our equipment in and out.
Yeah.
It's really like you have to like, you can't just like let go of the handle and it swings back. It doesn't close. The door frame stops. So you have to push on it. And so I closed it and I had headphones in, and it didn't close all the way. And then the alarm went off, and then Wilco said, "Yeah, we're gonna at the end of October, you're gonna have to come in anymore." And my dad was super downed. But also it was kind of like
I'm mad at you now.
Well,
you're an asshole.
I didn't mean to. So, and also my dad's like, we did way more stuff in there than we were being paid for, and he was actually kind of happy because then it opens up new slots for more jobs. But for right now, I have to.
That's true. When I went in there, who the fuck cleans the fucking employee lobby room?
Yeah, or even around the toilets, like at the bottom of it. Do you think someone's gonna notice that? Apparently, the piece of we shouldn't diss this. People who live in Bend might listen to this.
Fuck them, dog. Explain.
Well, yeah, I can't. That doesn't go more deep than that.
Never shopping at that Wilco again.
You bought pliers from there to cut a bike.
I did buy. You want to explain that story?
So he came over one night and we chilled. That was the first time I showed him Frankenhole. And then the next morning we were going to go to the Breakfast Club. We biked all the way down there, and then it turns out that the Breakfast Club was closed that day. So then we went to the Taco Bell down the road. We ate Taco Bell, and my dad's old piece of shit bike lock got stuck because Riley locked it. I should have told him that it wasn't working. And the bike lock was sealed shut, so we couldn't get his scooter or my bike out of there. And so we went to the Ace Hardware, and then
explain, I am sponsored for pro scootering, so I have my scooter with me.
God, I need water. And so he bought pliers from Wilco, and we cut the bike lock, and we got it home. We got our stuff home.
I didn't buy pliers. I bought fucking bolt cutters.
Bolt cutters. Big ones, too.
And they were barely big enough to cut that shit in half. It was like a straight cut, too. What the fuck is that?
Just someone on iFunny. Topic that... Oh, what's your opinion on people in the military on Musical.ly?
Oh, God. I've seen this shit
You've like said, dude, they're not even like as high as I am in the ranking system.
I see their rank. Me being a private first class, like that's still not that high, but for a private, that's pretty high.
Yeah.
That's the highest rank you get as a private.
Yeah.
Pay grade, I should say. PFC. They're like barely private or private E2, like don't even have a patch yet.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You're joining the military, getting deployed, so you can make musicallys in a Humvee.
Yeah.
Like, you're fighting a war.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me guess, your MOS is like 91 Alpha fucking water specialist.
Even though I don't know what that is, that sounds
Okay.
really bad.
MOS is everybody's job. Like, you're 21 Bravo, you're like an artillery mechanic, so you like repair big guns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 11 Bravo, which is infantry, which is, you know when you see a movie and you see like people go out and killing people?
Yeah.
That's me.
Huh.
I'm infantry. I'm front of the line. We're considered the spine of the army, the backbone.
Sure, yeah.
And so, I see these guys, like, and then like, their name is like, fucking like 11 Charlie Artillery.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a pussy. I sit on the back of a car with a big gun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nigga, I'm going out there with an M4 rifle, like a good amount of rounds,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also carrying like grenades and shit, like little frags, with mortarmen and a medic. Will you sit in a car with a huge gun, most likely not even going to go out on a mission because of your fucking pay grade?
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck you, dog. And you're making fucking musicallys?
Okay,
Like, you're a fucking bitch.
Alright. What was I gonna say? I don't think I was gonna say anything. Alright, let's talk about the Jack and Triumph show. Remember that show?
My favorite show.
We can watch it tonight. I have it on Amazon, the whole season. Basically, okay, let me give you a little history. So, Triumph, the insult comic dog, but came on Conan O'Brien in the late 90s.
This is basically Finn and Jake, but very inappropriate.
So, basically, he would like interview people, and it's kind of like, and he'll be like walk up, and like, "Who are you? I'm Tony Hawk. Oh, Tony Hawk, you look like you've gone through chemotherapy." It's like
He
that.
does look like he's gone through chemotherapy.
It's like that. And so, in about 2015, him and Jack McMayer, like the most innocent, like nicest voice in the entire world.
Hey, that's his voice. It's literally his voice.
He played Fix-It Felix in Wreck-It Ralph, and he's on 30 Rock with Alec Baldwin. But anyway, the show is basically that Jack and Triumph were in a sitcom that was like Lassie, and then after the show was canceled, Jack is just hanging out with Triumph, and like they do all this bad stuff like snort coke and have sex with transsexual strippers, hookers, and
I remember the episode.
yeah. And soon enough, the mom from the show, June, takes Jack in. So they live together in a house. And each episode is just Jack and Triumph getting into all sorts of trouble. Like there's an episode where Triumph smells Paul Sorvino's chair and wants to steal his pants because it smells so...
Don't judge me.
I'm not trying to. Anyway, the show is really fun. They canceled it for some odd reason. And it's the one of the two shows on Adult Swim that they don't have on their website, and I feel bad. I don't know why they don't have it. I guess they wrote it off with taxes.
Do they have the Eric Andre show?
Yes. They have every show, except for the two. The other one is like a Aqua Teen Hunger Force ripoff, but...
I fucking love Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I'm sure. So, yeah, that's the Jack and Triumph show. We wish it had more. Speaking of Jack and Triumph, Riley, which is scarier, pit bulls or Rottweilers?
Rottweilers. Pit bulls are just little sweethearts.
Well, I mean, like, in like they're barking at you in a violent way kind of thing.
Rottweilers.
Why?
All the way.
Why?
Okay.
Because of the giant fucking heads?
It's like generic... They're fucking like square heads.
Yeah, you could break off their head and use it as a hammer.
Easily. It's a fucking creeper head from Minecraft.
But by the way, we both love dogs. We're just talking about how big Rottweiler skulls are.
Pit bulls, like, you see them, and then you think they're like, oh, fish, but then you meet, like, a domestic pit bull, and you're like, oh, it's such a little sweetheart.
It has the permanent, like, smile when they...
Yeah, it's such a little sweetheart.
But
Such a little baby girl, and then you're just like, or baby boy, and then you just see, like, I have never met a nice Rottweiler.
there was one on that camping trip we were at Crescent Lake. That,
That was a good trip for me.
Yeah, I'm sure. Really happy for you.
I'm not gonna explain that.
We'll explain it someday.
Someday.
You want to go to the next one?
Sure.
Do you know what Homestar Runner is?
No.
All right, we could probably pull it up later. It's a web cartoon.
Sorry for small my feet, dog.
Yeah, we already did the You Inspire Kids part. Oh, I thought of these two on writing on the way here. The first one is, how easy is it to change time zone in the North and South Pole?
Take 10 feet. Take like 10 steps.
That'd be interesting, but it's like the coldest spots in the world. You die at those spots. Well, how did people live? I don't think anyone lived on that thing. There is no way anyone lived on that thing. On either end of the world. Also, in a situation where you and a friend need to go to the bathroom and you have to shit and he has to pee, will you let him go first and wait because you...
I will.
Yeah.
I've always done that. I've done that for you.
Yeah. It's just the bro-y thing to do.
It's not the bright thing to do. It's like, am I really going to make this dude suffer?
Yeah. There's two other things on here, and if you have a subject, let me know. The two things are the Hello Jack picture and No Nut November.
Okay. I failed No November. The night it happened.
Yeah, me too. Let me explain. So I was high as fuck.
I didn't even have sex. I just was feeling horny and I jerked off.
I was high as fuck, and I was like sitting there, and I jacked off, and then I looked at the clock, and I was like, it's 1:30 in the morning. It's November 1st. Shit, I failed immediately.
I don't really care about No November. It's like everybody who's like, "Oh, I'm passing No November." I know they're fucking lying.
Yeah.
Like,
yo, I'm building. Oh, man, I'm gonna like blow a hole through my wall with this nut. It's like, yeah, I'm sure. All right, and the Hello Jack picture is this. See if I can find it.
hello, Jack.
No, it's Happy Halloween, Jack.
Lucky Jack Skellington.
I know, right? If you don't know what it is, it's Sally from the movie. Someone drew Sally with a giant rack with a bone between it, and there's a caption above it that says, "Happy Halloween, Jack."
Excuse me for a second. Damn.
I don't think. No, let's not say that.
She had big balloons. Can you go ahead and pause? I'm gonna go grab another beer.
Okay. It's kind of. We could probably finish this.
I need to go grab. Well, I might talk to my mom for a little bit.
Well, I mean, like, we could stop the podcast. You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right.
I'm tired,
well,
so.
that was the beginning of the HnD podcast. If you liked it, drop a like. If you don't like it, let us know in the comments. And if you want to hear more, subscribe. We'll probably do more in the future.